What's up, Wizards Dev? Mtg, we like it at Magic, and today we're going into the arena with Mono Red Dragons, aka Mono Red Planeswalkers, aka Vinny Redcap, aka Bloody Knees, aka Crimson Crimes Son, aka Scarlet Crew. This deck, in case you didn't catch the deck tech, you can check out the long form deck tech through the link in the description, or you can just check out like the next 2 minutes here while I go over things. Because the only thing that's really different, if you have seen that deck tech, is a little bit of the mana base is different here. I've gone down to 18 mountains and just one Field of Ruin, so I could fit in 4 interplanar beacons. So we're playing like 18 planeswalkers, so I figured should probably do that. And it does help out against like these really aggressive red matchups. And since the season's restarted, like everyone's bronze again for the time being at least, I've been coming across a lot of mono red. So it's actually really important in those matchups, especially, and other aggro matchups. So I went ahead and put 4 beacons in. But aside from that, you know, we've got our actual dragon, Sarkhan Hellkite, which is the best mono red dragon we could be playing. But there's also Varix Bladewing as a 2-of, but it's not too hard to get to with like treasure map mana, as well as Sarkhan the Master, not Sarkhan the Masterless, where are you, buddy? Sarkhan Fireblood mana. And, you know, this is another one of like the key cards in the deck, Sarkhan Fireblood right here. You know, it can help us cast these dragons like Sarkhan Hellkite, or even kick a Varix Bladewing ahead of schedule. But it's also just a way of like getting more cards, you know, looting, well, really rummaging if you want to get technical about it. And you can ultimate this a lot of the time too, you know, more often than you might think. At the very least, I've ultimated this in 2 games already today before I even started recording. So it's not too hard to do so. And once you actually get the dragons out of it, it's nice to have a Sarkhan the Masterless out, so you actually get a bunch of procs off of Sarkhan's passive ability. Or like if you've got a Skargan, if you've got a Varix Bladewing or 2, then it'll actually, you know, make this first ability on Sarkhan the Masterless alive. And of course he can just make dragons himself to make the first ability a little bit better too. So pretty sweet card, and really the cornerstone of the deck is Sarkhan the Masterless, because the whole idea here is that we're just going to turn all of our planeswalkers into dragons. You know, Ugins become dragons. Lathless already a dragon. Should have pointed that out. This is another good dragon payoff. But also Karn, Chandra, you know, Tibble, Saheeli, just all of these will become dragons at some point in the game if we can get that late here and actually drop a Sarkhan, which isn't too hard. Then yeah, we just go in with our planeswalkers. So pretty basic idea for the deck here. And aside from that, you know, shock, lightning strike, treasure map for scries consistently, you know, consistency, drawing cards, getting some treasure tokens to go with our Karn, create better constructs and stuff. So a lot of little dragon payoffs and some synergy in here. But I mean, it's basically just mono red mid range, drop planeswalkers and dragons and stuff, and it's just, you know, draw ridiculous cards in the late game, pressure the opponents. It's not really a rocket science strategy here. We'll see how well it works out in the games. Alright everybody, so we're back after a couple of non-games that I'm probably not going to include here. Just had an opponent scoop to a Chandra on turn 4 and literally nothing else. That's probably not going to make it into the video. But we're on a pretty good looking opener. I can at least do action with that against Sword here. So turn 1 we'll just drop him out and say go. Looking good. Also had a game where I wanted to shock and lightning strike on the same turn with 2 interplanar beacons and 2 mountains. I just cast the lightning strike and it actually tapped both of my red sources. I just went through that. So I couldn't also shock on the same turn. So thanks for that game. But anyway, story time over. Let's drop him out and say go after our opponent drops Blood Crypt. So hopefully we're up against red-black aristocrats. I would really like that. Yeah, tapped Blood Crypt on turn 2. That's interesting. Maybe we're up against like Grixis or something. They didn't get any blue sources. So we'll drop Mountain, and then Saheeli here, which we just drew this turn. I was planning on going Sarkhan this turn, but Saheeli's way better for what we're trying to do this game, at least. Say go. Opponent thinking about it with their 2 untapped lands. Dropping a Watery Grave. It is Grixis. So what happens after Watery Grave? Nothing. Okay, so let's go ahead. Play the old mountain there. Play a Chandra. Looking good. Getting servos. They're going to ionize that Chandra, but we'll still get our servo, obviously. I guess we'll say next, though. In turn. Interesting to see ionize here. I'm going to go Dragon Skull Summit. Twilight Prophet. Okay. I like it. We did not get the land that I would have really preferred to get there. But what I will do is probably just go ahead and spit flame this Twilight Prophet while they're tapped out. Get a servo. Say next. Get in with our one Servo. That's important. Opponent at 17 to our 18. Dropping another Dragon Skull. They're on 5 now. Vraska's Contempt to the Saheeli got a little bit too annoying for their taste. Drawing an Ugin. Be nice to get at least 1, now 2 more lands. But so what are we going to do this turn? It's probably best to just like Varix, you know, like challenge as much as possible here. I could have taken the line, and no, I don't want the Spit Flame back because I can't. Need a whole red mana for that we just do not have. And no, I did not attack. You may have noticed. Opponent's thinking about it here. They drop Watery Grave, tapped, Cry of the Carnarian, get rid of those 2 Servatos. And we're sort of back to... Now all trace of Saheeli is gone, if it makes them feel any better. So let's see here. I say, go ahead and get in with that Varix. Again, force our opponent to do something about that. And then it's down to, do we treasure map or do we Sarkhan? You know? I guess we Sarkhan now, we can just rummage. And we have a chance of dropping this Varix with a kicker later, but that's not that important while we have this one out, right? But if they can't answer it, you know, we can Varix again. If we treasure map, we can go ahead and get it scrying, which I think is maybe the better choice here. I'm gonna Sarkhan. I've decided to Sarkhan. I might even discard the treasure map. It's like the most discardable card in our hand, but let's see here. It's like technically Varix. It's either Varix or map. I'd say map. Ugh. Let's see if we regret that later. But we did get a big pants Sarkhan, so that's nice. We might actually be able to drop that next turn. Start going to work. Here's a Rekindling Phoenix. The best news. Ugh, still haven't gotten this other land that I really would have liked to get by now. Okay, so discard it.
Don't doubt my methods.
Let's discard this other Sarkhan. That's the right call. And get a Karn. Ooh, get a Karn. Huh. Get a Karn. That's a thing to happen. Alright, so let's do that. Let's tick up Carl here. It's gonna be a colorless land one way or the other. Opponent gives us Field of Ruin. Obviously, that's the right way to go. We cast, we play it. We don't cast lands. We play them. Well, let's go ahead and no attacks here. Opponent on 4 cards and 6 mana here. See how they try to get in, if they try to get in at all. They very likely will. I mean, it's very low sort of cost for them at this point to just swing with Rekindling Phoenix. Alright, they're going to try to get in on Karn. Shoot. Yeah, let's do it. Let's block. Keep Karn big. While we can here. I think it may end up being important. Really like it if I had an open red and a shock. I knew Nicol Bolas was coming. There it is. It's like, when is it going to happen, you know?
I am one again.
It's going to be a real tough choice. As to what to exile here. Ugh. V-Dog. Yeah.
I will return one day.
Alright, we drew the mountain that I really wanted to draw there. That's good. Alright. We've got a couple of angles. Let's see. 2, 3. So 3 lanes open. Really can't do anything with that. Let's go ahead. Tick up Karn to start this sequence. Opponent gives us the mountain, which was the correct play, right? So let's go ahead and tick up Sarkhan. Decided I'm not going to cast Sarkhan Hellkite this turn. Discard the mountain. We draw a mountain. So that was really just a tick up there. And then... Yikes. I can get in for 8 this turn. With Sarkhan, that's a thing. That would kill Nicol Bolas. And then they'd get in with Phoenix next turn. But, like, they wouldn't kill any Planeswalkers. Is that the right play? Yeah, okay, let's try that. Let's Sarkhan. So I was thinking about dropping Ugin to kill Nicol. But I think I'm going to go this way. So, let's have each Planeswalker become a thing. And let's all attack the Nikki B. Bop, bop. Kill that. Back to neutral. They're going to get their Phoenix back. But they can't kill any Planeswalkers with Phoenix this turn. So then we play either Ugin or Hellkite. Like, Hellkite with the +1/+1 counter just goes above Rekindling Phoenix. So that's probably the right call next turn. Alright, they're getting in on Sark Daddy here. Procs don't matter. It's going to go down to 2. I wonder if it's going to get, like, shocked or something.
Hit me again.
Yeah, shock on the Sarkhan. Alright, so... They do get rid of SARS. There's Angrath. Okay. Alright.
Never seen water.
I'll see you.
No fire, no steel.
Just for 2. Make us discard this mountain. We got a mountain. On our draw step. Okay. Take a look at our exile zone real quick. Alright, so Rekindling Phoenix, Angrath on the other side of the table. We will. Tick up Karn.
I'll be it. An excellent choice.
Tick up Sarkhan.
I'll show you unhinged.
Got a Chandra. Interesting. So, let's go ahead and play Skargan Hellkite with a +1/+1 counter. And let's pay the red to get our Spitflame back. Let's... I'm going to get discard with Angrath next turn. I'd probably rather just discard this beacon than anything else I've got. So, next, in turn.
No
Angrath hits us. We're at 16. Interplanar Beacon gets discarded. Angrath's at 6. We gotta watch that. God Eternal Kefnet comes down. That's... ugh, not the best news, is it? But it's handleable, I think. This is a rough one. Alright, we draw another Chandra. So, take a look at the exile zone again here. Okay. So. Take a look again. I can get this blast zone back. And Hourglass here, sorry. A tough decision exactly how to play things out, but I think... let's look at this real quick.
What was lost is now returned.
Get back the blast zone. Play it. We got 7, so let's... Ugin. I didn't really want to do that this turn, but I think it's our best course of action. get rid of that and graph. Everything else I feel like I can be able to deal with here. Let's see. Finally ultimate this Sarkhan. Did we not get 4? Yeah, it says times 4. Okay, so now. Yeah, okay. No attacks. In turn. Alright. So we should be in a decent position here. Opponent at 15. God Eternal Kefnet reveals an opt. Let that resolve. I think we got this. Until I say something. Really did not expect Ritual of Soot. Ugh. But I probably should have in a Grixis list, right? Man. That might be the turnaround play, opponent. You just took 20 power off the battlefield with the Ritual of Soot. Oofta. Alright. Opponent deciding, whether or not they want to kill this this Ugin this turn and lose one of their guys. At not much cost to them, really. Block the K-Dog. Alright. They put it 3 from the top. They're going to play that opt. Get a little bit closer to their Kefnet. Our turn. Well, we got a Sarkhan. So that's something. 5, 6, 7 mana available to us. Tell you what. I'll tell you what. We are going to go ahead. Pick up Karn.
Good choice.
They're going to give us a shock. Probably. Maybe they'll give us a Hellkite. I really doubt it. Yeah. Gave us that shock, which could be valuable. So at this point, let's see. What's Chandra?
Let's do this.
Tick her up.
What's that smell? Oh, it's
Play that mountain she gave us. Wait a second. I just want to make sure this doesn't happen again. As it happened in a game earlier. Spit Flame the Rekindling Phoenix. Shock the token. Get in. Opponent goes to 10. That's all we can do on our turn. Alright, so opponent has lots of Oaken mana. Here comes a Nicol Bolas the Ravager. That's not great, but we are going to discard a Chandra. And let's see here. So our turn, we draw the Lightning Strike. Let's see, so I could get in here for a bunch. I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'll pull the trigger on that. Let's Sarkhan. It gets ionized. Resolve. I should have done all this first. That was so silly. That's probably fine, though. Will I just get a shock? Actually. Ugh. Dull my red mana. This happened again. Alright, so... Next. Next. Attack. Tick up Chandra.
Sit back and watch it burn.
We got a Chandra. +1 Karn. They're going to give us a land. Beacon. I think I'm looking good enough to end turn here. Yeah. It's in the turn. See if they go ahead and just auto-flip Nicole here. Pass it up. Nicole coming through. Puts us at 8. Nicole Bolas. Transforms. Transforms. Now we got the big boy.
Power is incredible.
Now they have to decide what to do with it. Deal 10 damage to the Hellkite.
You're to die.
And we, at the end of the turn here, are going to put some counters on this Blast Zone. Oh, whoops. I'm sorry. Whew, just tense. I can only do one, but that's fine. Okay. Let's pick up Chandra.
It's just gonna be bad for you.
Try and get something here. Actually, hold on. I think I have a shock. Yeah, I do have a shock. Okay. So it's -1 Karn.
Nothing is ever truly lost.
Is the shock what I want back, or is it the Skargan? We'll get the Skargan. Haste. I will pay a red to get my Spit Flame back. Next. Next. All attack. Kill Nicole. Get in.
We will meet again.
Alright. Drop treasure map. Drop this mountain. And then we end the turn. Alright, we're in a very good position. If you can't tell here, we can just ultimate Chandra next turn and win, or, you know, there's probably other ways. Alright, so they resolve that Kefnet. Pass it up. Pass it up. My turn. Draw a treasure map. Ultimate the Chandra. Kill this lady. Good game, Sword. Alright, up next, we're playing against Derp Core, which is a great username. And I think this is a keepable hand, even though we've got like 2 5-drops and a 6. There's only 2 open lands. Still have a shock and a treasure map, a little bit of action, so let's try and make this work. That last game was a great game. I'm sorry if I'm like overthinking things, or at least it appears like I am, and you're just like screaming at me to pull the trigger on certain plays. You probably are, but I've had a massive like sinus headache all day. It's probably why I'm not like being as entertaining, or at least I don't feel as though I am. I don't know, I've had a bunch of people tell me, like, you don't have to fill all the air, you don't have to talk all the time, so maybe it's a good thing that I've been a little quieter in these last couple of games, as opponent resolves a search for Oscanta off a Watery Grave and an Isolated Chapel, so it's pretty obvious what we're playing against this game. Let's see how things work out for us with our handful of late game action. Let's see. Interplanar Beacon into Treasure Map. That's not a terrible play against control to get things started. Alright. Opponent goes, drops Glacial Fortress. So just a host of awesome duels over there. Alright, we will go Mountain. And, so you go. See who blinks first. This ought to be a fun game. Opponent with a Swamp. And a Chemister's Insight. Oh, that's interesting. Main phase, Chemister's Insight there. We are going to Treasure Map, EOC here. Field of Ruin. Yeah, I do want that. And our turn. So let's play Field. Let's play Chandra. Go ahead and blaze it. Get a card we can't possibly drop this turn, but that's okay. I just want to tick up Chandra. Opponent drops a tapped Watery Grave here. They're on 4 open mana. Chemister's Insight. Huh. Okay. Okay. So, we drop a mountain here. We have 5 open mana. We're going to go ahead and tick up Chandra to get things started here.
It's just gonna be bad for you.
Get a mountain. So that's why you don't play your lands first, kids. Just so you know. We're going to... Right? Let's go ahead and get Sarkhan down. I think that's the play. Tick up Sarkhan. All attack. 1 attack, really. And tell opponent to go. They're at 16 here. Opponent draws for turn. Drops that. Ooh, a Watery Grave, but untapped. For a Liliana Dreadhorde General.
Let us march into battle and make new comrades.
Make a Zombo.
Rise.
Alright, so I guess we just... Well, actually, the first thing we do is tick up Chandra here. Do it. Tick up Shay Shay. Got that mountain. Let's go ahead and play that. Let's tick up Sarkhan.
I summon you.
Yeah. And then... It's all attack. Liliana. Pop, pop. Get rid of Lily.
Time to go.
Now we got options. We got lots of options. I would say... should have gone ahead and dropped the Scarlet Hellkite, but... I'm going to put the +1/+1 counter on it. That might actually serve us well. What with all these zombies around. Hey, cats, stop. Cats fighting over here? Jeez. Alright, search for his count to resolve that activation. Or that, yeah, the trigger. Draw for the turn. 6 open mana on opponent's side of the table over there. And a Zombo, don't forget, Eldest Reborn. Coming down. So, let's see here. Yeah. Solid Eldest Reborn. Sacrifice the Sarkhan Hellkite. Pass. Opponent trying to get in on the Sarkhan here.
Watch this.
Let's shock. Thought about playing map there, you know, saving mana for map, but whatever. I think that's okay. So, alright, what we're going to do, tick up Chandra.
Let's light it up.
Got Karn. That's nice. Play that mountain. Skargan Hellkite. With haste. Pick up Sarkhan. Next. I'll attack. Get in for, should be 12 here, yeah. Opponent at 2. So we have the Lightning Strike just kind of chilling in our hand once we have the mana for it, which we do. So let's do it during the Azcanta trigger here. I don't know why I let them untap. Let's see if they absorb it. Yeah, that was such a bad play. I'm telling y'all, it's not on it today. This headache is like crushing me. I'm still not too worried. let's be honest. Yeah, opponent scoops anyway. Alright, we're in here against Flip 83 right now, and I will definitely take this opener, I believe. Let's see. They start on Forest, but no Lawn War Elves. We're going to drop a mountain. Say go ahead. See what happens. If they were born in 83, that's the same year I was born. Oh my goodness. So they go with Zertog Goblin. Give it the +1/+1 counter, so they're not getting in this turn. We're going to drop a dang old mountain. And while they're tapped out, we'll go ahead and take care of this Zertog Goblin. So we're back to neutral here. Opponent goes, untaps. Forest says go. So that's actually great for us. We're going to drop a Sakili on this turn. Say go. Forest for the opponent. They're on 4 mana. Here comes Threat. They're going to just make a 4/4. That's interesting. We, on the other hand, are also just going to make a 4/4, right? 4/4 flyer. There's a Varix Bladewing. And we'll say go. Opponent drops the Forest. Savage Smash. Neat. Savage Smash. Gets in. Then they're going to kill the Saheeli. That was actually like big money play for our opponent right there. Very nice.
Must accept defeat.
Good stuff. We draw a mountain. Drop the Sarkhan. Tick down the Sarkhan. You don't really see that every day, do you? And say go. Man, Savage Smash for the opponent. Really coming in. Doing the work this game. That was nice. Opponent goes, draws. They have 4 in their hand. Try to get in here on Sarkhan. I wonder if they have some sort of pump spell. But we're going to go for it anyway. Block. Colossus. Yep, they did have a pump spell. Saves it. And gets the Sarkhan. Gosh, jeez. Our opponent getting all the best lines with their Gruel deck. This is actually awesome. Alright, so we got 6. We are going to Chandra.
My hair is on fire.
Tick her up.
That smell.
Sucks we can't play that Saheeli this turn, doesn't it? But we will play the treasure map. Rekindling Phoenix. Oh, tough position right here. Opponent gonna get in on us specifically. We're at 16. Says go. All right, so tick up the Fire Artisan.
No problem. Fire.
Skargan Hellkite. We will play that. Put that counter on it. Mountain. Go. Alright. So interesting position to be in right now. Chandra at 6, Skargan Hellkite has a 5/5. Opponent drops a land, they're up to 1 million at this point. 7 to be exact. They're gonna get in here. So it's Lightning Strike, Rekindling Phoenix. See what their play is. They let it happen. Then we will no blocks. I had to think about that. Yeah, it's worth it. Thinking about using the pump spell anyway, aren't you, buddy? Yep, Colossus. We're at 8. That's interesting. They're down to 1 card left. They're going to thud. Oh, thud ends our game. Very nice. Alright, well, we just dropped a nail biter to Gruel there. We lost to thud, and I can't, say anything bad about that. Tomorrow's Deck Tech I'm going to profile has a few copies of thud in it, so, that's what I've been doing to people. But anyway, this looks like a pretty decent opener. Right here against Fing, who I may have played against before, actually. But we are going to lead on Mountain. Say go ahead, Captain. So Fing draws for the turn. Drops a Temple Garden tapped. We drop this interplanar beacon right here and say go on ahead, kid. Or fully grown adult. I guess we have no way of knowing. They drop planes into Whatley's Raptor. Huh, okay. I like your style. I like your Steve's opponent. Let's go ahead and take care of that. Neat. Okay, so interplanar beacon comes down. Tibble also comes down. Couple of procs off beacon. Make ourselves a dude. Say go. Opponent drops Island. They're on Bant into Teferi. Boo. Alright, boo.
This might be a bad idea.
They went ahead and ticked up. Old buddy T, Mr. T over there. We play Shay Shay. Couple of procs off beacon.
You wanna play with fire, huh?
Tick up Shay Shay.
What's that smell? Oh, it's you burning.
Tick down Tibble. Attack this Teferi.
Hey, that was uncalled for.
Say go. Alright. So we're getting our ducks in a row. I really don't like Baby T over there. Just scowling at us. Here comes Glacial Fortress. Opponent doing the processing. Narset comes down.
Those who cannot meditate and prepare.
We're gonna get into Johnny. Okay. So they're just like Bant super friends. That's cool. Planeswalkers versus Planeswalkers. They have access to some better ones in their color pairings. Like this baby Teferi is awful. Alright, they're thinking things over. What you gonna do with this? Just gonna take it up, right? That would be the thing to do. There you go.
That's more like it.
Alright, so Mountain. Sarkhan. Box off beacon, that's nice.
Let us fight.
Finally get around to ticking up Chandra.
No problem. Fire can't.
Ugh, hate to drop that Karn, but whatever, I'll take the tick up. Tick up Sarkhan.
To the skies.
All attack. Well, actually, I tell you what. Let's go. Bop. Bap. 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 Alright. So, structured our attacks correctly. Let's just kill both of our opponent's planeswalkers and hit them for damage. That seems like it's probably the right course of action. We say go. They got nothing but lands at this point, but that doesn't mean that they're out of luck, you know? So, opponent processes. And scoops. That happens sometimes. Alright, we're in against Woofu this game, and I think this hand's looking alright if we get the lands. If we get the lands. This might be the last game we played. We have dropped one, but we won all the other ones so far, so that hasn't been too bad. Deck's looking actually pretty yoked. I like that. I like when my decks look good. Let's see what happens here. They drop Dimir Guildgate tapped on turn 2. We're going to go Mountain, T-Map, say go. See what happens. Opponent with the Swamp says go. That's interesting. Interplanar Beacon into a Saheeli. Opponent lets it resolve.
What an interesting creature. Let's see how you work.
Say go. Opponent, Swamp. Says go. Ugh, okay. We'll drop a Mountain. Then we'll drop a Karn. If it'll let us. Let's go ahead. Let's get those sweet, sweet triggers. See if our opponent lets this Karn resolve. It does.
Let us begin.
Yeah, let us begin. Let's go ahead and take you down, Karn. A 3/3 here.
Be built.
Opponent with the cast down on the construct we just created. We're going to say go. The Elder spell, ladies and gentlemen, kills both of our planeswalkers. Resets for the opponent. They also thought erasure us. Big turn for them. Wonder what they're going to get. They get the Sarkhan. That probably was the right choice. They're also probably not very happy about what they saw in our hand. Let's be honest. Drop a Mountain that we just drew. And then Skargan. Give it the haste. Get in. Opponent at 15. Say go. Alright. So even after that Elder spell and getting Thought Erasure, we're still looking really, really good right now. So kind of like what this game is looking like, but we'll see if it stays that way as our opponent reviews their options. 4 cards in their hand, 5 lands untapped. Tyrant Scorn, returning the Skargan to our hand. We'll see if that just ends up being tempo or not. Here comes a Cry the Carnarian to get rid of our 1/1. They're very scared. So at this point I say we just beat what we did last turn. Played the Skargan that they bounced. Get in. And say go. Our opponent, 3 cards now that they've drawn for the turn. Drops a land, 6 mana. Here comes God Eternal Kefnag. we draw a Skargan, so that's nice. Let's play Skargan. On 5/5. No attacks. Say go. Now, if we can drop this Ugin, and we can. Okay, so let's go. Or can we, right? They have 1 card in their hand. And it's very likely well, I mean, I can't say it's very likely a counterspell, but I guess we have to make them have it. And if they do have it and we don't get Ugin, that's fine. We get Lathless next turn, so let's go ahead and Ugin. It's down. Destroy target God Eternal Kefnet. And opponent scoops. Good game. Okay, maybe this is the last one. Up against Citarana, and our hand is looking stock, yeah, to begin the game, so let's go ahead and do it. Drop a Mountain, eventually, and say go. Let's see what Citarana does here. Nerf him, but drop a Mountain and say go. So let's go Interplanar Beacon, and hit next. All the way through. See what our opponent's sitting on. Some dubs. Burning Prophet. Actually, I have a lot to say about Burning Prophet. Actually, that's a good card right now. Even though it's just about to get like Lightning Striked, I actually think Burning Prophet is a very spicy choice for certain decks. So I do not fault you, opponent, for playing that. But we are going to Mountain, Saheeli, gain our life from Beacon. Say go. Vincent Van Gogh. Opponent with the Mountain. Looks like straight up mono red. Bring your Pauper deck in. You guys want to see me play Pauper, by the way? There's an event going on Arena right now. I will totally play Pauper. Just let me know in the comments section if you made it this far into the video. If you want to see some Pauper gameplay, I can give it to you. I can give that all the way to you, but their opponent is really looking over their options here. Wizard's Lightning for the full cost to the face. That doesn't really sound good for them, I would say. Chandra. But I mean, it's not like we have all the action in the world right now. It's like they have some turns, but if this really is just straight up mono red, then like the further we get into the game, the better our chances are. Oh my god, we have to get rid of that Sarkhan. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. It's gonna be okay. We can start drawing cards in earnest next turn. Chandra of their own. That's interesting.
Wanna go, tough guy?
Pick it up.
It's just gonna be bad for you.
See, they're just gonna lose Get to Lava Runner. Alright, so let's tick up Shay Shay.
Sit back and watch it burn.
Interplanar Beacon, drop the Karn, gain like 3 life. That's pretty cool. And get a token.
I battle for the
Hold
forces
on.
of good.
I think I'll tick up the card here this turn.
We may reveal who we are.
Doesn't really matter. I'll take a mountain. Next. Attack. Do I hit the Chandra? Yeah. Yeah, I'll take a point of damage here. Because, I mean, we're gaining life off of Beacon. It's totally fine. Like, they've Wizards Lightning us, and we're still, like, way past our starting life total. But we'll see if they deal the damage to a Planeswalker. They can elect to do that. Oh, they'll hit us. And then we'll say go. Alright, so opponent ticks up Chandra, gets the mountain, plays it. They still have 5 cards in their hand. That's a lot with 5 mana open in a mono red deck. Here comes a risk factor. We're going to let them have their 4 damage. Opponent says go. Alright, so, I mean, things are getting fairly cut and dry here, right? Sarkhan the Masterless. Get all of our Beacon triggers, our Saheeli trigger. Opponent scoops. I'm sorry, man. I don't blame you. Alright, well, that was a lot of games, and a bunch of them went fairly quickly, making this deck look like an all-star, so I hope you enjoyed this one. We only dropped 1 game this time around. So, if you did, you can always just check the affiliate link in the description box down there below me. Just hit show more. You get a link to this deck list in paper on TCG Player if you want to pick it up for FNM or whatever. Or you can just build it on Arena and start, like, you know, busting caps and fools and stuff. I mean, obviously, it performed pretty admirably today. So, yeah, hope you guys are enjoying these gameplay deck techs. Lord knows I am. So, I suppose that after you like the video and do all the YouTube stuff, you know, like go ahead and subscribe, do all that. I guess we're done here. After that, I feel like I should just be playing like a million games with this, but the video probably can't be an hour and a half long, so go ahead and cut it here. And yeah, I guess I'll catch you cats later. Do all the YouTube things, hit up the TCG Player link, go to Patreon, you want to support content like this, yada yada. I mean, you're on YouTube all the time, you know that what I'm going to pitch to you. So just do the things. It'll take you a second, but hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you cats later. I'm Dev from the place. Thanks for watching, my wizards. Spread love. Be kind. See what our opponent does on turn 4 here. Nobody has any non-land permanents still here this game. Our turn. As they drop the tapped Watery Grave. We're going to play a mountain and see if we can resolve a spell. Are you guys ready? Is everybody buckled in here as we go to cast this Chandra Fire Artisan under these shields here? Oh my god, it actually... And our opponent just scooped. Well, that happens sometimes, I guess.